Alright, welcome guys. We're going to look at Superman and its opening weekend box office because it's doing okay. Certainly not what people are representing it as, that's for sure. You got articles like this: Superman beats Man of Steel to land the biggest opening weekend for a solo Superman movie ever. You're being intentionally disingenuous there. It's doing okay. It didn't beat Man of Steel though. I mean, it did on a technicality, but not if you adjust it for inflation. So, yeah. And if you adjust it for inflation plus add the fact that, you know, we now have variable ticket pricing in the States, which is what they're referring it to. That's what they're using as a kind of reference point for its, you know, beating Man of Steel. Well, I mean, it didn't then, did it? Like, obviously it didn't. In pure numbers, it wouldn't have. So, yeah. Again, it's done okay. This isn't to slam it. It's more to slam really disingenuous reporting than anything else. So, hit subscribe if you're new here. Do turn the bell notifications on. And let's dive right into it, shall we? So, let's have a look at what Deadline is saying. Deadline has a really good handle on the box office, generally speaking. And I thought we'd take a look and see what they say. So, as it says here, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a box office hit. Superman opening to $123 million domestically, right? That's just domestic. And we'll look at worldwide in a minute. So, update early Sunday. Sources are telling us that Superman Saturday is coming in at around $37 million, which is down 34%, presumably from the Friday. And this had really good Thursday pre-sales, by the way. So they might be wrapping that up into the Thursday pre-sales as well, which is indicating a $123 million opening for the James Gunn directed DC Studios film, the first in the phase Gods and Monsters. So these figures do not come from Warner Brothers. If they hold, executives should be doing the crypto doggy dance in the morning, as it's Warner's second $100 million plus opening this year, after a Minecraft movie, which did $162 million domestic. The second best opening for a Superman movie overall, behind Batman vs. Superman, which was $166 million. The best opening for a Superman first franchise installment, ahead of Man of Steel, $116.6 million reported 3-day. Again, that's so incredibly disingenuous. It's really frustrating. And then it says this: as we said all along, you know, it's the second best opening, as we said all along, for Gunn behind Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, $146.5 million. So as it says here, wait. Weren't some sources expecting Superman to go hog wild after the $22 million previews with $140 to $150 million opening? Is MAGA to blame? Is Gunn's immigrant comments to blame? It's my understanding, not at all, because the red county zones for this type of movie aren't underperforming. More on this, and they'll redo this later today at some point. Rather, they're churning out the average amount of cash for a PG-13 family adventure movie at $120 million plus. This is the ceiling for a standalone Superman movie when he's not fighting Batman in the desolate remains of Gotham. So they're trying to say that this is kind of what was expected, which, yeah, it might be. I'm not trying to slam that at all. Superman's legs aren't that different from Man of Steel's, but that's only for each movie's first 3 days. Thursday to Saturday, read the Zack Snyder movie. Between its Thursday and Friday did $56 million. Its Saturday fell 35% for $36 million opening. And it says here about the fact that Matt Reeves, the Batman, eased 24% between its Friday previews and Saturday. Back in the whip and buggy days of 2013, Warner's didn't combine Thursday into Friday, and they didn't include the $12 million the Zack Snyder movie made on Thursday into the 3-day opening weekend. Sunday held like a miraculous rock for Man of Steel, earning $36.2 million, even with Saturday. So when does that ever happen? And they've kind of updated it briefly here anyway. So this is the Saturday AM, sorry. How they sort of updated it here, which is basically what we've just gone over. But this is very disingenuous to suggest that it is, you know, the best opening for a Superman first franchise installment ahead of Man of Steel. Now, that's not me trying to clown on Superman. This film is just, mate, it's the most bizarre nexus point for tribalism on the internet that I've experienced for years. You say it's middling, people are like, you're shilling for it. okay, retard, and you say anything objective about it, such as this, obviously adjusted for inflation, Man of Steel's beats Superman. That's just obvious, right? Adjust it for inflation, yeah, it's going to beat it. But you say that, there'll be a bunch of people going, you hate Superman. It's like, you can't win. I hate this film at the moment. Not in terms of its content, but because of how people are over it. It's retarded. People are retarded. And so this is where we're at basically. But worldwide, what's it looking to do? $210+ million worldwide. Now this was obviously only yesterday though. It could come in a bit higher than that. I think maybe. I'd be surprised if Warner Brothers are happy with it not doing somewhere in the region of like $250 million opening weekend. You would want them. I'm sure that's kind of what they were banking on. It's what they would have wanted. And it says this on Friday. Warner Brothers DC Superman added another 21.5 million from 78 international markets, and that brings the offshore flying cum to $40 million through Friday. Globally, with Friday's domestic count, the worldwide total cum is 96.5 million. While we still have Saturday and Sunday to come overseas, what's clear here is that domestic is leaning harder into this latest iteration of the Man of Steel. So all told, the James Gunn directed Superman is expected to reach $210+ million in its worldwide bow, which isn't bad, but I don't think that Warner Brothers... I'm sure internally, David Zaslav, James Gunn, everyone would have wanted this to be 250. So this is slightly above where we had it before the weekend, and of course could shift given Saturday, Sunday play. While we can't exactly call it kryptonite, there are some areas where Superman is facing a challenge. Asia is soft, for example, though this should not come as a surprise. We've previously noted that Korea is a depressed market and that Clark Kent was not expected to make an impact in China. For the record, the UK opened on Friday with 3.6 million, a clear number one, with a 66% share of the top 5 films. So that's not too bad. And from personal experience, I viewed it Friday, was it like 1 o'clock, like 1:15, something like that. Just walk up. I was lucky enough to get one of like the last 5 seats, I think. And yeah, it was a pretty packed theatre. So just from personal, anecdotal experience, it was pretty damn busy in the UK. So China, as noted, grossed 2.4 million through Friday, including sneaks. Superman's an unsurprising non-starter in the market. The ultimate full run prediction there is just above 11 million, so not great. And the other markets did okay. Meh. All fine. Mexico did pretty well. 3.8 million. UK 3.6. Brazil 3. Australia 2.5. And France 2.5 as well. I can't imagine they're going to be mega happy with this, though. I'm sure they're okay on it. Warner Brothers and Zaslav. But I'm sure they're like, well, we could have done more. And I'm sure they probably would have wanted it to be a bit more of a hit. But it'll be interesting to see what happens moving forwards. And to see whether... I don't know, there's any sort of commentary on sequels and things like that moving forwards. Who knows? Who knows? But there you go. There you have it. I don't have much else to say, really. This is interesting, I think. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a box office bomb? Do you think it's a success? Do you think it's middling, like I do? Middling, verging on okay, in terms of what Warner Brothers would view it anyway. Let me know down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.